Hello, people out there on the internets. This is Freeform Radio on the Freeform Network. We want to remind you to join us on Facebook and Twitter on Freeform Network on Facebook and FFR Podcast on Twitter. Send in those questions and suggestions, ffnquestions@gmail.com. But yet again, this is Freeform Radio. My name is Daniel, and right next to me today is...
Andy.
Back together.
Is that free flowing for you, man?
Yeah, no, it sounds good to me, man.
All right.
But we're back together here again to discuss some things that went on in our lives here, in our little mundane lives, or do you find it to be exciting, Andy?
Well, I don't know.
Is that a loaded question?
The great Harvey Picard said, ordinary life is pretty extraordinary, so I guess, yeah, it's fine with me.
I like it, man. That's good, man. Getting kind of deep right here, early in the morning, but, it's cool.
Yeah, Harvey Picard is a 21st century philosopher, so check it out. He's from Cleveland. That's the only bad thing.
That's the guy that made that comic book that you liked, right? Yeah.
American Splendor, and they made the movie about him with
I
Giamatti.
remember you bringing it up a few podcasts ago.
Good movie and good comics. I got some of his trade paperbacks that they put out, so they're not that bad. Check it out.
Yeah. I don't want to start off on kind of like a down note, but man, it's been a lot of bad shit going on nowadays. The whole Korea stuff going on, and just the Syrians, and man, it's just like everywhere there's something bad going on. And even here close to home, the Facebook live killer guy just hit recently, and it was crazy, man. When I saw that on Facebook, it was kind of nuts and surreal that something like that could happen close to home.
Just like it's basically it's fucked up. I was hearing about it, then someone at work's like, you gotta see this. I didn't see the video of him killing the guy, but I was reading all like the articles and stuff about it in the news, and yeah, man, just like what he went through, he was having bad times, and his girl didn't take him back. He was in debt. Just, he was having a rough go at it, and it sucks. I don't want to make excuses for him, but damn, man, like, and then he goes around Facebook Live, and like this thing I watched, they're gonna start fucking with that, and how you can't be. It's gonna be interesting seeing how Facebook is gonna handle it, because do you think they're like lawsuits are gonna start happening and shit?
I don't know. I did read an article, something about how are they gonna handle live videos like that, and how is Facebook gonna regulate them. And I'm sure they'll figure something out.
It's completely uncensored.
Yeah.
Anybody could do it. They can only react to when people post. They can't really be preventative. Like, are you gonna? I can imagine there's gonna be like all these tabs. Are you going to murder someone? Hit no. If you hit yes, like they call the cops or something. Like there's gonna be all this shit happening now. So right now it's the wild, wild west. But then even today's society, why would you do that? I just don't get it. I mean, the guy obviously was mentally, he was just fucked up. I don't know what else to say. Like where you go around just Facebook Live and shooting people, and like remember a couple months back where they're torturing that kid in Chicago or whatever, they're beating him up, and like you see all this crap. Like they didn't even fight. It's just like it's escalating. I mean, what's nice? Like you can see like a live rape or something. Like it's just these people just there's no privacy. Even man, I don't want to say it's good, but you see the crime being recorded, but still, it's just like it's fucked up.
Yeah. You even see suicides. I've seen.
Yeah,
I've heard of a few of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually did see the video before they pulled it off of Facebook, and it was raw and crazy, man. This guy was just rambling on, and as he was driving, and then he just jumped out of the car, and he was just like, yeah, say Joy Lane or Jerry Lane, or I forgot what.
Jolene or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then he just popped the old man, and the old man was just walking down the street, minding his own business. He just picked him out of random, and man, it's sad, man. My thought goes out to his family, even though I heard his family is a Christian family, and that they came out from the get-go and said, we do not want retaliation for this. We don't want people to go nuts and start rioting. He's like, we forgive him. And, they prayed for his soul or whatever, or something to that nature.
We have a coworker at our job who's used to be a police officer, and that person was like, "Oh man, this guy's just gonna kill himself at the end. Like, trust me. Like, once the cops come, you're gonna hear him by later today. He shot himself. Sure enough, later that day, he killed himself.
Yeah.
I think he did some Facebook Live thing too on that or something.
I didn't see anything on that,
Yeah,
but maybe I
they
don't know.
showed him talking. He was rambling on again, and I don't know. My another coworker, he's like, "Did you see what happened?" He was like on top of it. Just like, dude, get to work. Forget that guy. And he was giving me play by play and like constant. He was my Twitter, just constantly updating me. He'd walk over. "Did you see what's going on now? They found them in Pennsylvania. They did this and that." And something like he wanted chicken nuggets, then like he shot himself or something. It's like, what? Like that's like the guy was just mentally, he was messed up.
Yeah, I heard he asked for a fresh batch of chicken nuggets.
That would drive anyone crazy, but I think the workers. But it's it's messed up. Yeah, man, there's just a lot of bad shit going on. Maybe I don't know. It's the I don't try not to dwell on it because this stuff sometimes does get you down, especially with the war stuff with the Koreans. Now that's my new thing right now. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it, but you brought it up, and it just like I saw like all this stuff about the Koreans again. Like
Yeah,
I got
like
hooked on them
nuclear
like a
threat,
couple
yeah.
years ago. I was watching all this stuff like this is fucked up, man. These people are crazy. Like they're so brainwashed, and how they're the people don't eat, they're starving, and they're like 6 inches shorter than like the rest. They're the South Koreans, and then I saw something how the South Koreans don't really want to integrate with them because they look at them like this is like a huge like public work thing we got to do with them. And like, how do you deal with someone, a country, people who have brainwashed to think that that guy is their god, and and he's like immortal? Like, how do you get somebody out of that? Like, it's a monumental task.
No, for
That
sure.
doesn't happen overnight. And like when you got to do it with millions of people, and like it's rough, man. And they don't want to deal with it. So it'd be interesting to see how that's gonna go down. I don't know. Trump, his tweets. I don't know. He was such a hawk, man. Before the race, he was talking about like, hey, just leave all that shit alone, let them, and then he's bombing shit and stuff. I guess the Afghanistan, I kind of agree with that because technically we're still at war over there. The Syria stuff, I was like, I don't know. Like, yeah, seeing that footage, what they did. And then the Koreans are just, I don't know what the fuck. That guy's just nuts or who's doing what. But I'm going to just shoot off missiles into the ocean. Like, the hell? Now we got this. And people are like, everybody's like, he's fucking nuts. Like, this kid's nuts. He's nuts. He's nuts. He's nuts. And
How old is he? He does look
he's
kind of
under
youngish.
30.
Yeah. He does
He's
look
like
youngish.
26, 28 or something.
Yeah. I don't know too much about everything. I mean, I know a little bit. I go through like peaks and valleys of these things where I research the hell out of it, like you said. And then there's times where I like to be the ostrich with his head in the sand and not worry about it because it's scary, man. This shit's scary. And I mean, the little bit that I know about Syria is kind of messed up. I don't think the government should intervene just because it's a civil war that's been going on for years. And I couldn't imagine us here with our civil war back in the day and, Spain coming in and bombing somebody because they were like, no, they should have slaves, or no, they shouldn't, or they should have these civil liberties, but not this. So it would have been hard for me to understand an outside government coming in and intervening in our civil war.
Well, it's happened over time. It's happened a lot. I mean, when our Revolutionary War, when we fought from Britain, the French helped us. They gave us ships and money. I mean, it's always going to happen. People take sides, and who has more interest of whatever government or state has more, like, we got to help out these because if these people lose, we're going to get fucked. Like, look at what's going on with it in Venezuela.
Yeah.
The government, like, they have super hyperinflation. People are starving. They did a survey, not starving, but in the last 2 years, the average citizens lost like 10 pounds because they're like fighting. There's food available, but it's expensive, and they can't afford to pay for it. So the government's like doing all this crap. But their new thing is they're starting to take over. They took over a GM plant. They're like, we own this shit now. Like, we're going to make cars, and GM's like, what the hell are you doing? So they nationalize it. That's what they call it. And they go in there and they take over. Like, we're gonna run this state. This company put all this money in there, and the government's like, beat it. We're gonna run it now. And that's why a lot of companies are leaving Venezuela, and it's just gonna get worse down there.
No, for sure. But again, Andy, I don't want to start off on the download, but my thought and prayers and FFN here. Man, pray for a better place out there, man, because it's scary at times, man. It almost makes you wonder what's going on and who, who's at right and who's at wrong, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
People. Yeah, whatever you pray to, we're down with JC here, but whatever, man. Everybody wants things to work out, and hopefully it will. Usually things get worse before they get better, so let's see how far this shit goes.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we're down with JC here, and speaking of JC, man, I heard you accepted him into your heart, man, with your communion here.
Man, I'm almost there, man. I'm like doing my sacraments for you non-Catholics out there. Your sacraments of baptism, first communion,
confirmation,
anointing of the sick, remember? And then confirmation, and then marriage, and then
death.
Death, man. They open that gates for you. Peter just opens it, says walk right on in. I'm like, oh man. So that's what I'm doing right now. So it's that's the first time I had la hostia, the bread. I don't know what you call it in English.
Yeah, la hostia. I think just the bread.
Just your daily bread. And you go to church, communion for you Catholics. They give you this bread, the body of Christ. And you drink it with some wine. I'll give you this. We did have wine up there. That was some pretty good tasting wine. I was shocked how good it was. I'm not generally a wine person. It was really good wine.
Yeah, it's usually grape juice or like a grape juice style wine.
It was sweet.
Sweet, yeah. Yeah, most of the time it's like a grape juice wine. It's like a real sweet.
It was white. It wasn't red.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what that means, but it was really good. I was sitting down there with my padrino, my godfather, and he's just like, "Oh, it's gonna be really good wine. Wait till you taste it." I'm like, "What do you know about wine?" And we go up there. I was like, "Oh man, this is really good wine." And then they just warned me, don't, because I was the first guy up there. It's like, don't drink it all.
Yeah, just take a little sip.
Yeah, take a little sip, but it was really good. I was shocked that was good. So it's a big accomplishment. I feel like it's a big accomplishment. So I should be getting my confirmation in June, and then marriage soon after that, probably the next week after confirmation, and then I think I gotta do the anointing of the sick, and then just help people out, and then I should be good to go, man.
Oh,
Get
good,
all my
man.
ducks in a row.
Cool, man. Cool. Me not being a practicing Catholic, I'm more of a Christian here. I've done all that stuff just because my parents are Catholic, so they raised me as a Catholic, and I did everything except marriage, I guess, because I didn't get married in the Catholic church. I got married in a Christian church.
You get up to the gate, Peter's gonna be like, beat it.
And beat it, you missed one.
Yeah.
Go back to start.
Go hang out in purgatory. You believe in that, right? Yeah. I do now.
So yeah, man. But no, man, no, good for you, man. Any kind of church is better, man, as long as it gets you closer to God. And I think that's what the world needs nowadays, man. It needs a little more God into it. Even though people, for the majority, want to take God out of a lot of stuff. And I'm kind of torn into it because I do believe in separation of church and state. I do believe that, the government maybe shouldn't step so much into, kind of pushing a religion down your throat. But at the same time, it should be allowed if the person wants to, express his worship for a particular God. I think it should be fine.
Well, in America, I think it's people want to remove God, but they want to make people claim to be more spiritual, so it's a little bit more broader term. So like, I might be down with like Mother Nature, or I believe in tree, all that hippie stuff, which I don't agree with, or they believe in just do good and, just be good, and that they consider themselves more spiritual, or they down with crystals, whatever they're into, but they just don't want, I feel like a lot of people feel like God or Jesus is like old old-fashioned stuff, and they're like, they feel like it's too judgmental on what they do, so they don't want it a part of their life because, you know, they don't want to be judged.
No, yeah. But no, man, I think it's a good thing, Andy, man. I'm glad you did it, and now hopefully you're a little closer to God. Because to be honest, I was ready to start spraying some holy water on you. I thought you needed a good exorcist there on your
Nah,
side.
man, Jesus always been part of my life, so
Yeah. Nah, I'm just kidding.
it's yeah, sometimes the temptations get the better of us. I'll give you that. I've been warned about that, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure, Andy, man. Stay close with God, man. Don't stray,
sometimes the
man.
devil leads me away, man. So I always come back to the flock.
That's good, man. That's good. The other thing you mentioned to me when you were walking in is that you watched that Star Wars trailer, man. What you think? I don't even know if it's called a trailer because the caption I read it said the teaser. So I'm expecting a trailer to come out afterwards.
There's probably gonna be another freaking trailer, but yeah the teaser was 2 minutes plus. Usually,
to me that's a trailer.
That's a freaking trailer.
Yeah.
But it revealed a lot. I saw. I watched it a couple times, and then I did see some like analyzed YouTube
Like a breakdown.
Yeah, they broke it down, and I saw it. I'm like, okay. Then obviously the ending where Luke's like, oh, it's time for the Jedi to end. So I don't know. They might be going to some like Jesus thing, you know. So that's what the feeling like, because you see books there, and supposedly these books mean a lot. So that's why.
So they got the Holy Bible there.
That's what I'm getting from it. That's their gospels.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, look at the prequels. Like, supposedly this is what I read. It all comes together. How big the Jedis are in the prequels. Like Lucas always said, it's their heyday. They're at their peak, and then you see the way from there to this one, like to the original trilogy to now. It's just like. The original trilogy is like, it's an old religion. It's just a bunch of, like, it's old. But there's still people who believe in the Force. And then this one, it's completely like the first one. It's just like people don't really know about it from what I saw.
They forgot about it.
Yeah, they completely forgot about it. And this is going to be like, I don't know, some rebirth or something. But it's going to be the real, like, Jedi, thing. It's going to be, that's the feeling I'm getting from it.
Oh,
so this girl might be like the next, like they're JC or something, and like, this is how it's really supposed to be, and everything you knew it's just like we got away from our ways.
She's gonna be the New Testament,
some shit like that. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's what other people talking about.
Yeah, I know a lot of people connect the Force to religion because it does have a lot of those undertones or overtones.
Yeah, undertones. Yeah,
undertones. Yeah.
I mean, I might be just fucking, man. There's their manuals. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, this is how to operate your lightsaber or some shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But people got all deep into it. People say they saw Yoda. I mean, I saw the clip where they think they saw Yoda. Can it be? Maybe. I don't know. But it wasn't blue. Unless Yoda like mastered some reincarnation crap that we don't know about. And then the other big thing was the scar and Kylo Ren. People were like, look at his eyes and look at the scar. It's different from the first one. And like, they were having their nerd fights about that. And the director's like, yeah, I did change the scar. Fuck you guys. And then I had to do it for the story. But overall, the story. Then you hear Luke for the first time, and you see Leia. You see like the back shot and that cool where they're riding and the red dust comes up. That was kind of cool. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, no, I was actually quite surprised on how good the first one was, The Force Awakens. So I am kind of excited to see this next part. And I saw the teaser trailer or whatever you want to call it, and it looked pretty cool. I didn't see all those things that you mentioned, but I didn't really watch a breakdown. I just saw the trailer as it was. But it looked cool. It satisfied my want to see it more. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to watch any more of them just because like I usually do. I like to stay silent and just watch it when it finally comes out. So we'll see.
It's boring, man. You need to watch everything about it.
It is a little boring, Andy, but that's just the mundane life, that exciting life I live, man.
Nah, man. You should be like rewatching it and having your own breakdown.
Oh, my own breakdown. Do a little
like,
YouTube breakdown.
This rock right here, man. That's the rock that Boba Fett shot in the fucking desert, man. I don't know how it ended up here, you know.
Yeah. But now, man, staying in tune with these trailers, man. You did you see the Justice League trailer?
Yeah, I saw the Justice League. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I saw the characters.
Some deep thought, man.
Yeah, man. It was. I had to rethink because it's been a while since I've seen it. But I wasn't like with all the DC movies. I'm not impressed by them.
No.
The last movie I got really excited for and was somewhat decent was Watchmen. When people were still shitting on it, the Batman movie was the Batman Superman movie. I thought was like a good action flick. It wasn't like this. People wanted to be like this deep movie and shit. It was just it was a popcorn flick, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw the Justice League. Okay, it was cool. They're coming. They're building the shit up. But I'm just not. I'm not excited about it. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Like, yeah, I'll check it out, but I'm not like, fuck, I can't wait. Like, I'm more excited about Star Wars.
Maybe it's good that your expectations are low, so that when you see it, maybe it'll blow your expectations out of the water. Because sometimes when you build it up, and for The Force Awakens, I didn't really have great, aspirations that this is going to be the next great movie. So when it came out, I was just like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So maybe it's good to have that tempered expectation, so that way when it does come out, it kind of lives up to what you expected.
I think it's just too much information. Because I remember, like Kevin Smith kind of talked about this, like, oh, did you hear the new fucking Fangoria magazine has something about Batman? They got pictures, and you like had to go fucking find this thing. And today it's just all there. You could search whatever, and it's hundreds of people breaking it down for you, and like stuff that you normally had to catch after a couple viewings is just there. It's breaking it down for you the first view. That's why with the Batman, because the Marvel did it right with the Avengers, and they just hit home run after home run after home run, and like DC's trying to catch up, and I feel like there's just too many people involved, and they're like forcing it. It wasn't like Marvel had it like a game plan, but it felt more natural. They got the right people. Marvel or in DC, it just feels like it's so fucking forced. And they want Batman to they wanted Affleck to do it, then he said no, and then they got this other guy, and like it's just like it doesn't feel. I don't want to say it doesn't feel right. It's just too fucking forced, and I could kind of feel it. I watched enough fucking movies, and some of it's cool and some of it's not, and it's sometimes when it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. I'm a big Superman geek. I like Batman. I don't really care for too many of the other ones, Cyborg, Flash, all them guys. Those are just filler characters to me. But I'm hoping, man.
Filler characters, man. Fucking important people, man. People got their own.
Oh yeah. They're good characters. I'm just saying that the roots, the main pillars of the Justice League
Aquaman
is Superman. He just talks to fishes, dude. That's all he does. That's his superpower, man.
You ever seen Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
He smells like fish. Yeah, fuck you, man. I'm out of here.
But yeah, man, I kind of get the same feeling. I'm hoping this thing is great, man. Yeah. But to be honest, I do got that feeling as well. But to be honest, even the Avengers 2, I wasn't too sold on.
Avengers 2 was... I was intrigued by the
best part was the Spider-Man, dude.
Captain America and Iron Man. That shit was cool to me.
I thought it was better in the comics.
That was like something straight out of the comics. Then we're talking to each other and all that shit. And then Bucky's just hanging out there like, I thought we were friends. And they're like punching and doing all this shit. That's like something straight out of a comic book panel by panel. And I was able to relate. And then the fight in the airport and Spider-Man. I don't know how I feel about this Spider-Man. They're making him like a freaking teenager.
Yeah.
And it's cool, but I'm not. I don't know. I think I don't even want to say I miss Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Damn right, man.
He kept it real. Even the guy from the guy that did the other Spider-Man, he was just he was more like the comic with the comebacks. Like he was wittier. But yeah, this kid, I don't know, man. He's all right, I guess. And I don't know why would Iron Man be hanging out. I feel like should be hanging out more with like Ant-Man or like even the Fantastic Four. Like Iron Man hanging out, it just doesn't seem right because that never really happened in the comics.
Yeah, and
like
the
Daredevil or some shit.
Well, in the new comics, he's hanging a lot more with Spider-Man. And I know when the Civil War
thing
broke out, they were best buds because Spider-Man was one of the first ones to take off his mask.
Iron Man tricked. I feel like Iron Man tricked them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember seeing about that, but yeah, I just didn't like it too much. Like I feel like he should be hanging out with Captain America.
Yeah, no, I liked the trailer. I thought it was pretty cool. Hoping for the best, but trying not to get too excited because I don't want to get disappointed. I agree with you. I thought Superman Batman was a good movie, not great, but a good movie for what it is. So we'll see what it brings from that. Kind of staying in the movie realm here. I just saw Split, which you would be surprised how connected that is to maybe comics and that comic book lore.
Hold on, man. That's the M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Is there a twist at the end?
There is a slight twist. There's
where attacks fucking devises this guy's fucking split personality, man. Was it The Plants?
No.
Oh wait, wrong movie, right?
Yeah.
Does Marky Mark come out?
No, Marky Mark does not come out on this one.
Man. Wait, they were like in the forest, just living on their own or some shit.
No, but that was actually a good movie. But I don't think that was M. Shyamalan, was it?
Yeah, that's M.
Was it?
Who the hell has a Indian park ranger?
Yeah,
no, there was an estate, right? I don't fucking remember. It was the twist.
I think you're blending all these Shyamalan
but that's all
movies
his
together.
Fucking movies, man.
It does have a slight twist at the end. I think the movie's been out long enough that I could talk a little bit about it.
I haven't seen it, man. Spoiler free, man.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
I'm not gonna see it.
I thought the split personality theme was really actually pretty good, and it added to the suspense of the movie. I know it was something that I usually don't watch too many movies in the theaters just because I'm a cheap ass, and I wait for them to come out to home video.
You went to the theaters?
No, I'm saying I usually don't.
Yeah.
But for this one was one of the ones that I actually thought, man, I should go see it because that's how much I wanted to see it. But for whatever happened, life was in its way, and I got to see it when it came to home. But that's how much I wanted to see it, is that I was actually willing to fork over $10 to go watch it because I thought it was a pretty good premise.
That's with Alana next to you, or just for you by yourself?
No, Alana with me. I don't go to the movies.
That was $10. Damn, what theater you go to?
No, just for me.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant to take Alana.
No, you
with
and
me.
Alana. That was the budget, $10. I'm
10,
like, what
10
theater
each.
has it for fucking $10 for both of you?
Nah, 10 each, yeah, for sure. But it seemed kind of cool. And actually, after seeing it now, I did dig it. It was pretty cool. It had a little hidden twist at the end that if you didn't really pay attention, you kind of miss it. One of the characters holds a key and to the twist, and it kind of develops little by little. He plants little seeds throughout the movie, and then at the very end, he kind of reveals it. Really cool, really subtle, nothing big like aliens are behind this kind of thing or some big twist.
Did you see the water one? The
lady in the water. No,
that's his movie too.
Yeah, I downloaded that one, but I've never seen it. I actually I've been wanting to see it, and I started it like twice, and I couldn't even get through the first 10 minutes.
The only reason I bring that up because I've never seen it. I want to see how that. I know Paul Giamatti's in it. He's a good fucking actor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All I kept thinking about Split is some of the Elseworks side. He's like, it's the best fucking movie ever.
I don't know about that.
And then he told me about the alternate ending or whatever. Like you said, it's comic based, and I keep thinking does Wolverine or fucking Magneto pop out at the end or some shit?
Yeah. Well, unrelated to the ending. The cool part that I imagine you're alluding to is that Bruce Willis does a little cameo at the very end.
I thought it was Samuel L. Jackson.
No, Bruce Willis does a little cameo at the very end to kind of tie the Split universe with the Unbreakable universe, because they make mention of the Samuel Jackson character, the Mr. Glass.
Oh.
So people are now all hot or all crazy, not hot, but all nuts going, are we going to see an Unbreakable 2? Are we going to see a sequel to that? Because a lot of people did want to see where that story developed.
Maybe it was the ghost from I See Dead People, man. Wasn't it? Was that a possibility, man?
I did. Dude, after I saw the Bruce Willis thing, I was just like, holy shit, I got to go on to some like theories of what's going on here. So I went onto YouTube and searched some videos, and some guy did theorize that. He said, maybe he's combining all three worlds. The dead people, the Bruce Willis from Unbreakable.
Dude, I haven't Unbreakable. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't even fucking remember how that shit ends.
Unbreakable. Just a really quick. The Samuel Jackson character, he plays this like vulnerable guy, befriends Bruce Willis, and he starts testing Bruce Willis without Bruce Willis knowing, to kind of see if he's invulnerable, like he doesn't get hurt, and he's like a modern day superhero. Well, fast forward to the end of the movie, he finds out that he is somewhat invulnerable. He goes through these events that he survives, and so the Mr. Glass character, the Samuel Jackson, he's just like, you are the one. I've been searching for you forever. And then he finally reveals that he was behind a lot of the terrorist attack and a lot of the bad stuff that was happening in the movie. So it was like he was the bad guy, and he was looking for his Superman. He was Lex Luthor looking for his Superman to fight against him. Yeah, the
guy who owns the comic store.
Yeah.
The fuck, I don't remember.
Dude, did you not watch it?
I remember he was like in some wheelchair and he had a fucking afro, and then like I remember his kid was like, "I'm gonna shoot you dead," and I'm like, man, I don't know what. I didn't say he was Death Star, like he's some badass. Yeah. I'm just saying he's Lex Luthor, like where he was a genius, and where he made. You gotta watch it, man. You haven't watched it, I guess, or you maybe. No, I just remember Bruce Willis. I don't remember how he came to that conclusion. I just remember his kid pointing a gun to him, and then the comic book store owner, Samuel Jackson, like you're this, like he's like in a wheelchair talking to him at a comic store.
Yeah, at the very end, and that's where he reveals it.
I got a zoning now. Like I don't remember all this Lex Luthor shit you talking about.
Yeah, it's at the very end. That scene is what unveils it. That he's the Lex Luthor. He has been the mastermind behind all these bad things, and that he finally found the Superman. He finally found the hero of his comic book, because he relates a lot of his world to the comics. So he's just like, I don't think he says Lex Luthor, but he's alluding to, I'm Lex Luthor, and I finally found my Superman. And so then now he's just like, this is where we can start. And then Bruce Willis walks away, and the movie ends really abruptly. So a lot of people theorize that there was supposed to be more to happen after that, and that maybe part 2 would continue that, story from there on, because it kind of ends abruptly, and then it just shows a text telling you that Bruce Willis went to the authorities, and they arrested Mr. Glass and blah, blah, blah. But
my superpower, pick up the phone and call the cops.
Yeah. But it was actually pretty cool. I liked Unbreakable. I thought it was a really good movie. It was really cool.
I don't have that. I don't remember.
Rewatch it, man. It's actually a really good movie for comic book geeks out there. It has a lot of comic book reference. Right. So I think it kind of falls with this Superman thing and the Batman stuff that we've been talking about. But it was super cool. I really dug it, and it got me excited for Unbreakable 2. I kind of gave up on there being a sequel. But now with Split, and that having some superpowers undertones itself, it's kind of cool to see that it's all tied together. So it was really exciting.
Yeah, like everybody's saying, check it out. I don't know, like it's M. Night Shyamalan. People are like, he's back, and then I did hear about the Unbreakable connection. I forgot. I don't remember if he told me it was Bruce Willis or Jackson, but he's saying it's Bruce Willis. So
yeah.
Maybe they are. Maybe he created him, the guy who created him, Samuel L. Jackson. Like, motherfucker, why'd you call the police, man? I'm gonna get this guy on your ass.
It could be. It could be that he created
the
him.
movie, man.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Go out there and watch it, even though you know a little bit about it. I think it's still a good movie. I didn't give away the ultimate twist in the particular for Split, but I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. The other quick movie that I watched was Passenger. I don't know if you saw that one. That's the one with the Hunter Games chick, and then Chris Pratt.
Oh, I thought you meant Passenger 57, the Wesley S. Snipes.
No, no, not that one.
Where he fights
Even though that was
terrorists in the
actually
plane
that
from
was
the
pretty
90s.
cool. Yeah, that is a pretty cool movie too.
I don't remember. I just remember I remember seeing the VHS tape of him just there all the time.
Yeah.
But I you know what? Someone at work let me use the Blu-ray. I have it at the house. I haven't had time to see it, but I do want to see it.
Yeah, it's a real minimalist movie. I mean, there's really not a lot of characters because the whole premise is that they're on a voyage to like Earth 2 because Earth 1 is jacked up, or I forget what. No, Earth 2 is just another place. It's like, escape to another world for a fresh, clean start. So there's like 1 million passengers, but it's on like 100-year voyage because I guess it takes like 100 years to get there. So they put everybody in like this deep sleep, whatever, stasis. Well, Chris Pratt's character wakes up. His pod has a fault.
Star-Lord wakes up.
Yeah, he wakes up and they're still like 50 years away, and he's already in his like 40s or whatever it is. So he's just like, I'm gonna be dead by the time we get there. It's just like, or something to that nature, that he's not gonna make the rest of the voyage. So the first third of the movie is just him by himself and interacting with the world. He finds like an android that he kind of talks to, kind of like Data. Has interactions.
Does he dumb himself down too?
No, he's actually the bartender, and it's a pretty cool character, the bartender character. But yeah, so he's just going through around the spaceship and kind of just trying to find a way to wake somebody else up, somebody that could help him, maybe fix his pod. And then he kind of gives up on that, and he just decides to, screw it, man. I'm just going to have the best time I can have here. But even that gets bored. So the story develops. He ends up waking up another character, the
chick,
the Hunger Games chick.
Katniss.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
in the movie anyway, in the Hunger Games movie.
He ends up waking her up, and the story develops from there because he's not outright to that he woke her up. He makes it seem like, like the pod was faulty or whatnot. But it's cool, man. Their characters develop together. Another year or so pass, and then the ship starts breaking down little by little. Then I think there's like 1 or 2 more characters that pop up. The Morpheus from The Matrix comes out.
Well, I tell you all this shit is bullshit. Take this pill.
Yep. He comes out. He's like the ship maintenance guy. I don't know. He cleans toilets or something.
Say the love doctor. I'm like, it sounds like the Love Boat, man.
No, he's like some like engineer or something, or he cleans toilets, or I don't quite remember.
Custodial engineer.
Yeah. So he comes out. He's trying to help him. Like, let's figure this out. Let's figure that out, and they can't really figure shit out. So the movie keeps going from there. It was pretty cool, man. I really liked it. I dug it. I know my wife dug it. I like some of those movies, those minimalist, where there's not 1,000 characters that you got to try to kind of wrap your head around, right. Where it's just like 2 or 3 core characters. The thought of the emptiness of space, it really, I really dug it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see it. We were going to see it in the theater, but I remember we missed the fucking time and we didn't go. And I do want to see it. I saw my sister was watching it one day when I came home, and I watched a clip of it, and I'm like, they're talking to that Android guy, and they were talking about like what's going on, and I'm like, man, I think I got this fucking movie figured out. So I'm like, and then I kind of lost interest about it. But then the guy at work's like, you gotta see it, it's a really good movie, and he like he bought the fucking Blu-ray and he brought it to me, and I'm like, all right, man. So it's in my house. I just haven't had time to see it. And like, I'm like, I do want to check it out because I do want to see Star-Lord and Katniss get the freak on.
Yeah. No, they show some good scenes, actually.
And space.
Yeah.
Is Morpheus awake by then? Is he just like, man, what's going on? This is not real right here.
No. But I think along to you figuring out a lot of the plot points, I think it is pretty, predictable. But it's still good. I think it's still good. It's something that's probably been done before, I imagine. But it was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah, I gotta see it. Yeah, I want to check it out. I think is it a lot of sci-fi shit up in there,
No,
or is
not.
it just thought like, oh yeah, we're going to Earth 2 because I fucking declared bankruptcy on Earth 1 or some shit.
No, I think they allude to Earth One is still good, but this is like a fresh start. This is for people who are excited to be the colony, the like the
Pilgrims,
yeah,
like,
like the first people to develop this Earth.
oh, so
So,
no one's in Earth 2,
well, I guess they got like a base unit,
right?
but you would be the first people to develop and help this, and you would be there at the starting points of the world. So it makes it exciting for
So
those
Morpheus,
adventurous
they're like
people.
Morpheus is gonna be the first one to clean the shitter over there. Or
Yeah, he was
something.
gonna develop all the sewage systems and
It's like, no, you're not here to develop. We're here to clean. What? Yeah, man. So there's the scrubber. We still haven't got
Ponte limpia.
bleach or none of that shit here. You fucking, so you figure it out,
Rub
man.
these leaves together. You
Yeah.
better. I want
We got
that pine salt smell.
we got these rocks over here, so figure it out, man. Like, what the fuck? So, like, what do you do when you think you get to that? You're like, can you just quit your job? Because what else are there to do, you know?
Yeah.
It depends how habit it is. Man, that's interesting. Would you leave Earth then? They promise you like this fucking job, and then you get there. It's like, what do you do when it's not what you think it is?
Yeah,
Can you just fucking leave?
You're stuck, man. Because I know the movie alludes to that. There's different, even in the future. There's different tiers.
Classes?
Yeah. Because Chris Pratt's level is lower, so he's only eligible for like oatmeal for breakfast. Like junk food. Just like minimum stuff. And then when the chick wakes up, she's getting like pancakes and waffles with all these toppings. And he's just like, oh, shit, man, how'd you get that food? And he's just like, oh, I just went to the breakfast thing. He's like, shit, man, I've been trying to get that food forever, but the computer doesn't let me because it tells me, I'm a lower class.
You could upgrade for a fucking $1 million.
Yeah, it was something like that. So it was kind of funny. That even in the future, man, there's still tiers and money, classes.
Man. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a hippie, but money makes the world go around, man.
Damn right.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Like, I would check it out, but yeah, I don't know about all that Earth 2 shit. I know they're traveling somewhere. They're probably gonna colonize something, and they're in stasis because they're gonna be the first group or the second group, or they finally got something going. So someone's gonna be important, someone is not. And they go from there, and it's figuring it's like some test shit to see how they react to like knowing all this stuff. So that's why I thought, but I gotta check it out.
No, cool, man. The other thing I just want to go through really quick is I just finished Watch Dogs 2 on my PlayStation.
Game, right.
Yeah, was pretty cool, man. Dives into a lot of tech, a lot of Big Brother watching you, right. How your apps are connected, and the government, Google or whoever, they're watching over you. Right now, Andy's checking his iPhone, so Big Brother's looking at him through his camera.
Beat it, Obama. Trump.
Staring at him while he's podcasting. So
and you think they have? If this goes down, you think the CIA has a backup of a recording we could ask them?
I
for
think
next
by
time
by us just by us just saying CIA, we're being recorded right now.
That's one of the words.
Yeah, that's one of the keywords.
Hey, help us out. Email us the MP3.
Yeah,
you got it.
Hey, CIA, hit that like and subscribe button, will you? But yeah, the video game goes into a lot of that stuff. It was pretty cool. I played the first one. It's an evolution of that. It almost feels like this is what they wanted to do in the first one and what they promised with that. So it was a real cool game. Don't know what I'm going to play next. That was a pretty meaty game that I've been playing for a while now.
Was that Ubisoft or who made that
one?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft. Which they love doing collectathons where you got to collect all these things, unlock all these missions, unlock these new branches. So it did have all that feel, except with tech GTA feel where it's an open world. Really cool, man. It was a pretty cool game. Really sunk my teeth into it. I just bought the base game at first, but then after playing it for quite a bit, ended up getting the season pass just to get a couple more levels and kind of stretch out the game a little bit more. And it was good, man. It was a good game. I do recommend it for people who haven't played it out. It's been out for a minute already, so you should be able to find it in the bargain bins for like, $20-$30. But it was a pretty cool game for people out there who like that GTA style feel with a lot of tech, a lot of geek tech. It's a group called DedSec, and they're just a bunch of hackers. So it was pretty cool, man.
It's
I really
a
enjoyed
PS4.
it. Yeah, it came out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and I think PC. But it was pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I think you let me use the first one a while back, and I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, the first one was based out of Chicago, so which it was pretty cool. Even though it wasn't religiously accurate, it did show a lot of the landmarks, so it was kind of cool. Driving by things and then seeing it, and be like, oh shit, I remember seeing this in the city. Some guy getting mugged, and I was just like, oh shit, it's accurate. But
Iraq.
yeah. But this new one, part 2, is based out of San Francisco, so you got a lot of colorful characters, a lot of big scenery with a lot of colors all over the place. I've never been to San Francisco, but for some of the reviewers that I've read, they say it's very accurate to the San Francisco Bay Area.
I wouldn't go there, man. I heard the Koreans want to bomb that place.
Yeah, either they want to bomb them or California just wants to split out of the government.
They put a video bombing San Francisco.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
recently,
Yeah, like a week ago, where North Korea in their little parade, they showed a video where they're bombing the U.S. So, yeah, it looked kind of weird. Was it San Francisco? I just thought it was
the shit that I saw. They said it was San Francisco. So.
Oh, okay, wow.
You should be good with that.
But nah, man, cool game. Really looking to see what next big game that I can really sink my teeth. The other small game that I got coming up is The Last Guardian. Ended up picking that up from John Adams. He gave it to me for like $20, so I'm planning to jump into that next. But I don't know if that's really a lengthy game. I'll probably be able to beat it in a couple weeks. But yeah, looking out for the next big third-person adventure game that I'm going to jump into after this.
Have they released any more games for the VR headset?
Yeah, there have been piecemealing games here and there, but all of them are kind of small experiences. Nothing huge, nothing where it's like, here's your next 10-hour game. The only one that kind of falls into that vein is Resident Evil 7. They released Resident Evil, and that was the full-fledged game where you can play it, the entire game through VR, or you can play it without VR. So it was released on all platforms, but you can play it the entire thing through VR. And actually, it got really good reviews. So I think it might be something that I would want to pick up in the near future as soon as it starts hitting those bargain bins, because I do want to experience that for sure.
Yeah, I haven't really heard too much about it. And I've been meaning to ask you if you got anything besides the Batman and that cooking game.
Yeah, I've gotten a few little odd games here and there, but nothing with a big MIDI experience. Kind of just goofy little simulators, but nothing big time. So, yeah, Resident Evil would definitely be that. Even though I'm still trying to get over like my motion sickness with VR, so it's something that I gotta pace myself, and I can't really play it for too long. Otherwise, I start sweating profusely and I'll start getting nauseous. So, definitely not for everybody.
You'll manage.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get through it.
What would happen if you would throw up while playing, man?
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a cleanup.
Would you still continue to play?
No, I think I could pause it and finish cleaning up.
Man, that's not gaming, man. That's not hardcore right there.
Well, something you could do, Andy, while you're gaming is you can order beer and wine through Amazon Prime and have it delivered to your house, same day delivery, man.
Sounds expensive.
It might be a little expensive, but can you imagine that, man? 1 hour delivery. We can call them up, and for $8, you can have it delivered to your crib within 1 hour. Or if you're a Prime user, you can have it for free with a 2 hour delivery.
I don't know, man. I like going to the liquor store when I'm drunk, and so I can pick up my smokes, some beef jerky, some pork grinds,
Yeah. Nah, man. Something cool that maybe it's just part of the new generation, man, because I couldn't fathom
Kids
this.
don't want to do nothing, man.
I couldn't fathom this when I was, in my 20s, just calling up Amazon and having them deliver, whatever, something for us, so we
This is
wouldn't
some
have to get out.
hardcore shit, man. Like, what about like, oh man, I'd just be like the possibility of getting like lottery tickets or fucking condoms
Yeah. Well,
at your local liquor store.
that's probably going to be the next step here. But that's the article for our week here. It looks like Ohio residents are the first ones to really experience this. Prime customers in Columbus and Cincinnati, you're able to get free 2-hour delivery with
That's
your Prime
interesting.
subscription, or 1 hour delivery for $8. So, not only can you get groceries and electronics and shirts and whatnot through Prime, but now you can get liquor and you can get them in a few hours.
The best part about this, then, if you noticed, Columbus and Cincinnati are in Ohio. So what does that say about that fucking state? All you Ohio listeners, send us, let us know, man. That's one of the things that caught my eye. I was just like, why this shit in Ohio? Like, one's in Upper Ohio, and one's in like Southern Ohio, because Cincinnati's like right next to Kentucky. So it's just like it's interesting to see why they would do that. So maybe Kentucky, they're big drinkers too, but I don't know.
Well, that's just recently, because in 2015, they actually opened up the service to the Seattle area. So Seattle was the first really test area that they tried this out. And I guess it must have been successful, because now they expanded to Cincinnati and Columbus. But I figured they would hit like Chicago first, or maybe New York, or some other bigger cities.
Shot in Chicago or something.
Maybe they're like, let's go to maybe a smaller, controllable city that we could expand and work out the kinks.
It's
Yeah,
manageable.
Exactly. It's like a big city, but it's not a huge city. Maybe the crime rate has something to do with it, like you said. Maybe it's something more manageable where
I don't know,
the delivery guys aren't going to get.
How would that even work? Like, obviously, you would have to get it from like some liquor store, and then I bet you they get a discount, and it just doesn't seem right. It depends on the pricing. Like the other day, I bought a case of 18 MGDs for like $10.
Disgusting.
Why MGDs, man?
MGDs, man, that's like so high school, Andy. Why don't you just get Ice House, man, or Milwaukee's Best?
They were on sale. I would have.
So Milwaukee's Best, man.
I took them to a party, and then I'm just thinking, like, right now, like, would I pay if it's Prime, it's free, like the extra $3? Probably.
Yeah. I myself have had the time, because I really don't carry a lot of beer in my house. I don't drink that often, but every now and then you do get a taste. So
man, you drink all the time. What you talking about?
I actually had a beer yesterday, but it's been a while since I had one before then.
What'd you drink?
I tried one of those summer shanties, because they're in sale right now.
It's weakness, man.
Because of the season, so they only come out during the spring and summer. But man, it was great. It was great tasting. I hadn't had a beer in a while.
Is that from last year, that beer?
No, I just bought it a couple weeks ago. But yeah, man, there's been times where, I'm sitting at home and like I mentioned, I don't have a lot of beer in my house. So you get that taste and you're like, man, do I really want to drive to, whatever liquor store or Jewel's or whatever? You go to some local store here. And it's just like, man, I don't know if I want to drive over there just to get a 12-pack or something. It seemed like a drunk.
Lazy, man.
So maybe I would take advantage of the service. Shit, get it in 2 hours, get it in. The big question is it going to come chilled, or is this room temperature? Because if I'm going to get it in 2 hours and I got to wait another 2 hours for it to get cold, Amazon, get it together.
That was just coming into when you were talking about, like if you order it, they promise you in an hour. I bet you, here's a tip, Amazon. Get some styrofoam coolers, get some ice, and throw it as a package. Like, come already fucking chilled for like an extra, like, fucking $10 or something.
Yeah,
I think I have a feeling people will be going nuts.
Yeah, because sometimes that's half the battle. Even when I do go and buy something, I'm like, man, I got a taste for this. I just bought these Bud Lights or whatever, or Coors Light or whatever I bought. But you still got to wait, man. You come home from the store, you got to throw maybe 1 or 2 in the freezer, put the rest in the fridge. You gotta wait. You're like, man, I gotta wait at least one good hour for this freezer beer to really cool up.
But the key is never to run out of beer, man. Always have a constant flow. That's what I'm thinking. Like right now, you're like throwing a party in the backyard, and you got a 6er left, Like, all right, let me hit the button, like with the styrofoam. The guy shows up, and you don't even got to deal with it. You just throw the cooler right there. You don't even got to pay the guy. You just grab it and leave, man.
I didn't think about that. I was just thinking about like beer for myself, but what if it's for like a party, man? Actually, that would be pretty cool.
So, I mean, there's a lot of possibility, man. That's why I'm
Yeah.
a businessman, man. I'm an
Oh, no,
entrepreneur,
yeah,
man.
for sure, man.
I don't just be thinking about the little things, man.
Oh, no, that's good thinking, man. I
That's
didn't think
like
about that,
the
but
margins are like unbelievable on that shit, man.
yeah, you're having a party and your wife's like bitching, like, hey, we're running out of beer, asshole. Go get some. And it's just like, do you want to leave the party? Because right now.
Saying one of your like young cousins or nephews, like who
Be
just turned 21, give them money.
Here's $20. Keep the change. Go give me some beer and ice.
Yeah, and then they're gone for like 2 hours, and then they come back, have the beers drink, and they have cigarettes, and they don't have none for you.
Yep. Oh, man, it's a great solution for that, man. Yeah, Amazon, bring it out to the Chicagoland area, man.
I'll take 1% or whatever in perpetuity. That means forever. Just give me 1% of all the sales, quarterly checks, and I'll be happy.
Straight, man. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess that's a good reach for them. But they also sell wine, and you were just talking about wine, man. The blood of Christ,
wine.
man.
They got church wine, maybe, but I mean, I've talked about. I went to some wine tastings when I was in Michigan, and there was a majority was just like just wine, but there was like 1 or 2 bottles that I really did enjoy.
Yeah, I think wine. I drink quite a bit of wine myself, but it's tough. I usually just drink like Moscato, the sweetest shit, which a lot of people who drink wine would say that's not really wine. That's more like grape juice. So
wine sounds like fucking punk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drink that shit up in here, man.
No, and I'm sure to them, they look at me and they're like, this guy's not really a wine drinker.
Fucking rookie, man.
He just likes grape juice with some alcohol in it.
Go back to your Olive Garden wine, asshole.
But I do like a good wine every now and then, even something that's not Moscato. But it's weird, man. It's tough to find, like you said. Most of them are kind of bitter. So if you're down with that taste, then yeah, you're down with wine. But man, it's tough to find a good sweet wine that's not Moscato or a white Zinfandel, or I forget what the other ones are.
Zinfandel? That's new to me. I never heard of that one.
White Zinfandel? Unless I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
That's like another sweet wine.
What color? All I know is wine by colors. There's the purple one, the red one.
It is a white wine.
White one.
It is a white wine. But
Pinot Noir. All I know is that from the movie Sideways. He's like, I'm fucking drinking that shit. And the guy's like, you're gonna fucking drink it if that's what the girls want. He's like, I'm not fucking drinking it. And I'm like, all right, don't drink it. And like, they're trying to hook up with those chicks, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Man, that's the second time you brought up that actor. What's his name?
Giamatti. He's
a
good actor.
Yeah, that movie is actually pretty good.
He does a lot of good movies. He's done his crap early on, but he is coming to his own. And that guy, I'll watch any movie he's in just because I'll give it a chance because he's in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like him. He's a good actor.
No, he is a good actor. But, yeah, wine, it's really tough, man. I wish I had more of a palate for it because I want to be sophisticated, Andy. Deep down inside, I want to be accepted by those 1%ers.
No, man, you'll never be accepted, man. You just got to be more rich.
Yeah, maybe money.
And then you're like, fuck that, I'm making my own wine. And then they're going to be like, man, this ain't shit.
But yeah, man, I guess I'll just stick to my Moscatos, my sweet wine.
Just stick to your summer shindies.
Yeah. What are they serving at the wedding? Are they serving...
Whatever, I got an open bar, so whatever's there, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said there was a wine bottle at each table, or is that just
champagne?
That
was one of the places we got quoted.
Okay. Are they going to have champagne at each table?
Yeah, we're going to have champagne. I don't know each table, but there's going to be champagne there.
Are they going to have the champagne of beers?
Nah, man, I don't want that shit. Well, you can get it at the open bar.
You get High Life at the... I'm saying at the tables, like they're going to have a little sixer.
I was almost going to buy... you busted my balls about that MGD. The Miller champagne of beers or bottled beers, whatever the hell.
Yeah, the High Life.
Mandela effect. They had it on sale too, and I'm like, if I take this, are they gonna judge me? And I'm like, but if I take MGDs, maybe they're like, they think it's more expensive than the Miller, because I don't know if Miller's
the High Life. I thought that was more like a fancier beer.
I don't know. I feel like that's cheap beer.
Nah, to me, like MGDs. It's a good beer, MGDs. But to me, it's more generic. Like, this is the shit you drink in high school kind of thing. High Life is to me like a little step above that. A little step above just MGDs or regular MGDs. So yeah, man.
I don't know. To me, beers is, especially since clean. I like more different beers now than I used to. Like last on Friday, I went to this place up in Lake in the Hills. It's a tavern. You know what they had on tap? I was fucking shocked, dude. They had Old Style on tap.
Sweet, man.
And I go to, you got Old Style on tap? She's like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, all right, keep it coming. And I had it. And
How was it?
It was not bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was bad. And I kind of felt old drinking it, but it was.
Well, you are old. You shouldn't just feel it because of the beer, old, but man. You are old.
I think the people, they brought me in an Old Style pint glass, and I felt the people around me were judging me, man. Like, who's this old motherfucker?
Yeah, for sure. You're probably
everybody's drinking all their craft beers and all this other shit. I'm there drinking Old Style, and I would talk. It took me back to like the pubs or like the bars you used to see in Chicago with the Old Style banner hanging there, and that's what I imagined. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know there was. I mean, once in a while I look for Old Style cans. I don't even really see it.
Yeah.
You know, like I see the Pabst Blue Ribbon that kind of came back, and then the Milwaukee's Best, and but Old Style. I mean, once in a while you see it, like, but I don't see it too often. When they had it on tap, I was fucking shocked, and it was cheap, and the pint was $3.
Yeah, I've never drank an Old Style, or maybe in passing I've had a couple sips here and there, but I've never really had it in my adult life. So I can't even say what it tastes like, but
tastes like old man beer. Like, instantly I started thinking about growing up, and I would see before everybody switched to Budweiser, they were drinking Old Style.
Yeah.
And they had their symbol with the thing on the top, and right away it took me back to that shit. And I was just like, and like I really fucking felt old. But I mean, the beer wasn't too bad. It did have flavor. I asked some Graciela, here, try this, and she's like, it tastes like beer. I'm like, it's old man beer, I guess. She's like, it tastes different.
What is synonymous? Is that the word with Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, good beer for Chicago.
So then, like, instantly, I started thinking about like my dad, your dad.
Yeah.
Like
my dad used to drink
uncles
it.
Like used to drink the pull tab shit. You know, that.
Oh yeah.
Not the flipping, like the pulled it out. So that's why I was
like
shocked they had
like a can of oil.
Yeah, like seriously, like that style. And like every once in a while, I think Dave brought it up when we went to Pequod's. He was talking about he had some Old Style or some shit, and I was just like I don't know, I can't find it. And I was shocked they had it all the way fucking far northern suburbs of Chicago. They had it, and I was kind of weird. I don't even know who owns them anymore. So
yeah, no, an older beer for old folks like yourself.
Old fuck, man, I still fucking got them. Fuck all them craft beers. Well, not all of them. Some of them are good. But we want to thank y'all for listening. Remember, you can follow Freeform Network on Facebook and Twitter under Freeform Network. You can send your questions and suggestions to ffnquestions@gmail.com. All you Ohio people, let us know. Even you Seattle people, let us know how that Prime beer is working out for you. How soon do you think before Amazon starts making Amazon Basic beer?
Hey, man, just let us know. We'll start plugging it. Send us those checks, man.
That'd be interesting to see if they make their own beer. They make their own shit. Good thing the Chinese don't know how to make mass-produced beer. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble.
Not yet, Andy.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out our webpage under freeformnetwork.podbean.com. There you'll see our links to Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Spreaker, SoundCloud, so on and so on. Even the iTunes or iHeart, even though I heard iHeart might not be around by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah?
You hear that?
They have financial problems?
Yeah, they're like broke. So, but you can still listen to us there on the iTunes app if need be. And don't forget to subscribe on all those items and like our Facebook page. Again, this is Freeform Radio.
My name is Daniel.
This is Once an Old Style Andy. We want to thank you for listening, and we'll check you out next week.
That was cool, Dad.